Good afternoon. It's Friday, February 21st, 2025. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma on the news this afternoon. Rivers teacher left jobless after resigning for government employment, asks for posting letter. Farmers in Echi defend use of detergent for fufu production. Senate spokesperson says National Assembly not for content creation. Today is Mother Tongue Day. On the foreign scene, 3 buses explode in Israel in suspected terror attack. I'm Ifechuku Moyele with the news. A teacher claiming to be among the 1,000 individuals employed by the Rivers State government in 2023 has raised serious concerns about being left jobless after resigning from his previous job as instructed in his appointment letter by the Education Board. Speaking anonymously on Nigerian Info FM's Morning Crossfire, he said all attempts to contact the board chairman and the government through official letters on the matter have not been successful.
During our training, there was an order that came from them that if we are working, we should hope and we should know that we have gotten a job from Rivers State government. Right now, we should go to our previous jobs and resign, which we hacking into that. We tender our resignation letter. Majority, all of us resigned. That is why you see today that we are out of job and we are crying. We have written several letters to board office. There was a day we went to the board office to talk with the board chairman. He was not there. So they sent a security guard to come and address the 1,000 newly employed teachers. We have written several letters to the governor, to the head of service, but to no avail.
He, however, urged the state government to give them their posting letters.
We have given them time enough. So at a time we begin to hear that he's recruiting another set of people to add with us, no problem. We are not against that. All we are saying, the 1,000 newly recruited teachers, all they are saying is, give us our posting letter. We want to teach. We want to go back to the classroom. That is all we are saying. We are not asking for anything. We have been engaged by the Rivers State government. Please post us to our various places of work so that we can start work.
Now, he said that the employment letter was expected to be effective from July 3rd, with posting by July 19th, 2023. These deadlines have come and gone without resolution. In the meantime, principals and head teachers of public schools in Rivers State are still running their schools without Imprest. An Imprest is a fund allocated for small routine expenses. Some public school principals told our correspondent that the last time their schools received Imprest from the Rivers State Ministry of Education was during the 2019-2020 academic session. As you may know, the Rivers State government currently operates a free education policy. However, in the past, reports emerged of some principals and head teachers collecting money from pupils to cover essential school expenses due to lack of Imprest. Some of them were caught and disciplined by the State Ministry of Education. Speaking on this, the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Teachers in Rivers State, Collins Echibu, said some public school administrators pay from their personal pockets during emergency cases. He said the Imprest will ensure the smooth running of schools.
Toilets need to be washed. There are some broken sinks and all that. Sins need to be cut. There was a school the other day. A child fainted and the child was taken to the hospital. The principal has to put the bill. At times, WAEC will ask the teachers, the principal, to submit the continuous assessment of these students. Well, how do you submit it through online? How do they get the money to send this information through online?
The Rivers State Ministry of Education is yet to speak on this. Moving on, some farmers in a local government area of Rivers State say they add detergent to fufu processing to meet the pressures of market demands and guarantee a business boom. Fufu is a staple meal widely enjoyed across Nigeria. In an interview with a correspondent, a farmer in Isu community, Josephine Eke, said the uprooted cassava, when peeled and cut into smaller pieces, are washed and soaked in water for several days to soften and ferment. Mrs. Eke explained that the cassavas soaked with detergent get softened within 2 to 4 days, whereas the naturally processed ones soak up to 8 days before being sieved to remove fibers.
Some, when you put it like that, it will melt without putting anything. You get some, when you will put it will not melt. You will put detergent, the foam will rise. It will make it to soak in the next 2 or 3 days. The one, it did not put detergent, it will not get foam, it will not melt well. The one that did not melt, when you bring them out, then they call engine will grind it. When the engine grind it, if you put them inside butter without putting anything, when it stay like 4 days, if you filter them back and put it for bag and sell it.
Another farmer, Chinyere Emeka, said the soil type for planting and cassava stem species also contribute to why they soak with detergent.
In olden days, they don't put like that, but now due to the land and when the cassava, that is why I add detergent so that the lole will melt fine. Lole is in market. Detergent, some will say 3 days, some will say 4 days it will melt.
Cassava stem, we have wajeri, we have wanko, we have abakawore, and we have white. Those cassava stem, some when you filter the loloi they rise well. Both the brightness very neat, so it's not there like that.
A similar report by the Punch newspaper showed that farmers in the southwest region also practice this. Meanwhile, popular doctor, content creator Abroko Doctor has warned of the dangers of eating such fufu. The medical doctor, whose real name is Chinonso Egemba, said in his video that these chemicals, when ingested, pose serious health risks, including damage to vital organs like the liver, lungs, and intestines.
People go ahead and add baso. Some people alum. Some people bleach.
Oh my God.
The moment you add all these things that I just mentioned to fufu, it's no longer fufu you are eating, it's poison. Because these other chemicals go inside your body and then they cause damage. Your liver, your lungs, your intestines. There's actually somebody that was sent to the hospital because they ate fufu at a local restaurant that was made with some of these chemicals. I wish what I was just doing is just talking out of my head. But no, Punch newspapers actually did a documentary that exposed some of these things. So it means that it's real and that it's happening.
Now, he called on the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, to take action. But when contacted, NAFDAC told a correspondent that the agency does not regulate unpackaged food. The agency said the responsibility lies within a department at the State Ministries of Health. As you may know, food safety is a fundamental right of every Nigerian, and it is the responsibility of regulatory agencies to ensure that what citizens consume meets health and safety standards. Away from that, the Victor Oko Jumbo River State House of Assembly has charged local government chairmen to be passionate about developing their areas. The Deputy Speaker of that House, Timothy Adolphus, gave the charge when he led members of the House Committee on Local Government Affairs to Omoma and Ikwere local government areas yesterday on its oversight function. Mr. Adolphus, who is the chairman of the committee, noted that if Governor Siminalayi Fubara is doing all within his power to transform the state into an industrial hub, it is expected that all council chairmen should replicate the same in their various local government areas.
And so health, I will repeat, is wealth. Tell us what you have done in terms of health and show us the remarkable things that you have done to ensure, at least to prove that in 100 days in office, both in education and health, you have done something tremendous. Economic empowerment and job creation. We want to see what initiative you have implemented to promote economic growth and job creation in your local government in this 100 days in office, particularly among youth and women. We want to see that. How have you supported small-scale farmers and entrepreneurs in the LGA? And what plans do you have to expand this initiative in the nearest future?
Also speaking, leader of the Victor Oko Jumbo-led Assembly, Sokari Goodboy Sokari, said the Assembly is serious to ensure that they succeed in bringing development to the state.
We wish to still find out, Mr. Chairman, if you actually have an official vehicle as the Executive Chairman of the LGA. If you do, how about your vice and that of the councillors? If you haven't also, we wish to state that the councillors are those who are much more in need of a mobility, owing to the fact that they all represent their various wards, which most of them are far from the council secretariat. For them coming to work and meeting up the demands from their various wards.
Still to come, Senate spokesperson says National Assembly not for content creation. Stay with us.
Attention to all members of the late Chief Jo Young Jak group of houses. We are hereby announcing the general meeting to discuss the installation of a new chief for the Jo Young Jak stool, which has been vacant for
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, said the fire outbreak that started on a dry crude storage barge at Cawthorne Channel 1 in River State has been successfully contained. In a statement, NNPCL Chief Corporate Communications Officer Olufemi Soneye said the incident did not affect the operations of the flow station in the area. He also said no lives were lost in the incident. Police say they are investigating the twin explosions that rocked two flow stations near the Cawthorne Channel off the coast of Bonny in River State. The spokesperson of the command, Grace Eringiko, made this known to journalists. Some community members say the fire was triggered by heat from a welding operation conducted by staff of the facility's operating company. A YouTube video of the incident shared by Christina Reports news platform, shows towering flames consuming the flow stations. Cawthorne Channel, a key hub for oil and gas operations, lies on the western flank of Bonny local government area near its boundary with Degema local government area. In another development, Senate spokesman Yemi Adaramodu has faulted the action of his colleague Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan over a seating arrangement role in the hallowed chamber. Senator Natasha, who represents Kogi Central under the PDP, on Thursday refused to use the seat allocated to her, citing Order 10 of the Senate Standing Rules, which protects the privileges of members. At the height of the situation, Senator Akpabio called on the Senate security to walk the female senator out of the chambers, but fellow lawmakers' intervention saved the situation from degenerating out of hand. Reacting to the incident on Channels Television, Mr. Adaramodu said the upper chamber was not for content creation. On the possibility of applying disciplinary actions against Natasha, the Senate spokesperson said her colleagues from Kogi State already tendered an apology on her behalf. He said the 10th Senate will not revisit the issue following the apology on Senator Akpoti Uduaghan's behalf. In other news, today marks International Mother Language Day, and some residents of Port Harcourt have shared the phrase, Nigeria is a great country, in their native languages including Igbo, Ikwere, Yoruba, and Arabic. Have a listen to this.
Nigeria ìlú tó dáa ni ní Yorùbá.
Nigeria bụ ejimara country.
Obodo a bụ nnukwu obodo.
Orílẹ̀-èdè tó dáa ní Nigeria.
Nigeria bụ obodo ọma.
Nigeria dawlatun azima.
Well, there you had it. In the same vein, a senior lecturer from the Department of English Studies, University of Port Harcourt, Uniport, Ene Ibifa, says he is sad that the Constitution is not translated into any of the 3 dominant languages in Nigeria. Celebrating this day helps raise awareness about preserving linguistic heritage, promoting communication, and ensuring quality education for all. In an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Ibifa encouraged Nigerians to speak and express creativity in their mother tongue to preserve it from going into extinction.
we need teachers in those languages, and we also full commitment on the part of government towards encouraging those languages. We should encourage research in those languages. There's an Institute of Nigerian Languages. These institutions ought to be encouraged, proper funding. Motivate people, encourage people to carry out research into these languages to find out how we can serve them, how we can keep them going.
The theme for this year's Mother Tongue Day is Languages Matter, Silver Jubilee celebration of International Mother Language Day. And now straight to business. Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, says the Apex Bank aims to cut inflation figures to a single digit in the medium to long term. Mr. Cardoso spoke on Thursday at a news conference held in Abuja after the 299th Monetary Policy Committee MPC meeting. The CBN governor's statement follows the rebasing of the Consumer Price Index CPI, which brought down Nigeria's inflation rate from 34.8% to 24.8%. It said the rebased inflation rate reflects the true position of the nation's inflationary position and is in line with international best standards. In entertainment, controversial Nigerian singer Habib Okikiola, popularly known as Portable, has pledged to turn a new leaf following his release on bail. The Zazu crooner was granted a 2 million naira bail by an Ogun State Magistrate Court in Isabo, Abeokuta on Thursday after pleading not guilty to 5-count charge, including conspiracy, assault, possession of weapons, and disorderly conduct. Portable had been arraigned by the Ogun State Police Command for allegedly assaulting 3 officials of the Ogun Planning and Development Permit Authority. In sports, Liverpool's charge towards the Premier League title has slowed ahead of a trip to Manchester City on Sunday, giving Arsenal hope of closing in on the leaders.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
3 empty buses have exploded on the southern edge of Tel Aviv in what Israeli police say is a suspected terror attack. It happened in parking lots in the city of Bat Yam on Thursday night. There were no casualties. Police said devices on 2 other buses failed to explode. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered the Israeli military to carry out an intensive operation against centers of terrorism in the occupied West Bank in response. This afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. A Rivers teacher says he has been left jobless after resigning for government employment and now is asking for posting letter. Farmers in Eche have defended the use of detergent for fufu production. Senate spokesperson says the National Assembly is not for content creation. Today is Mother Tongue Day, and on the foreign scene, 3 buses have exploded in Israel in a suspected terror attack. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyali. Many thanks for listening.